welcome to Orlando and joining us here today. Yesterday, I got the privilege to sit in on some of our partner summit as well as our customer advisory board, and I learned a lot and took a lot away from it of how we can make Axway better for all of you. Today's the main event, so thank you for joining us here at the Imagine Summit and hearing about what we're doing to build Axway to better serve your needs. It's because of all of you here in this room that Axway exists, and we won't forget that. And so we're investing in all of you and the way we engage with you as a company, and also investing a lot in where we're taking our offerings and adding value to what products in our suite that you already own from us, but giving those a future. And we're going to share with you over the next couple of days what we've invested in and where we're taking this company. Our partners are also here to help us extend the value that we could deliver to you, and I welcome you to meet some of those just outside the doors after this event because they could add value to what you're trying to do and leverage our technology and expand its reach. Inside of Axway, though, year 2018 has been a year of transition. We've done a lot internally to build the foundation for our future. And one of those changes is standing here in front of you today. So I don't know if you all know, I'm Patrick Donovan. I'm the CEO of Axway since April of 2018. Before that, I was CFO for about 10 years in helping build Axway to where it is today. And the transformation was made because at the beginning of 2018, we had our strategy set after a couple years of research and investment in where we needed to go. And that was aligned, hopefully, with where your needs are going over the future in our space. But we weren't executing fast enough. We had the objectives, we had the goal, but we weren't getting there. We weren't doing all the tough work every day to advance this company at a pace that we need to advance it. And so I'm happy to share with you now what we did in 2018 to advance towards our strategy, to advance to meeting your needs from a vendor like us, and what we can offer to the market, not only now, but where we're going to be taking it over the next few years. So we set forth at the beginning of 2018, and I shared with the market, and we also shared heavily internally a set of ambitions. And we had several of them, but I brought forward here today a couple of the ambitions I think you'd be interested in. And so these we labeled as our 2020 ambitions, but then we worked backwards and set a 2018 goal, 2019 goal, et cetera. And so the first is to be a leader in the hybrid integration platform market. This we're calling AMPLIFY. That's our approach to the market, and you're going to hear a lot about AMPLIFY today. You're going to hear about the hybrid integration platform market heavily by Mark O'Neill's speech shortly after mine, and Vince is going to really go in detail of our investments and what we've done. So I won't cover too deeply, but I want to share with you why we're doing this. And so we all recognize you have different assets from our portfolio that you're running and counting on. Our investment towards amplifying the hybrid integration platform helps us give value to not only what you own today, but where we're going as a company and where we could help you achieve your goals over the long term. And so in 2018, we made significant investment in our building out of this platform and really bringing it to market. This acceleration into the platform market will continue. 2019, we've already are engaging and building out and moving quick, and it's going to continue into 2020 as well. So there's a lot of work we have to do internally, and as CEO, that to me was our top priority because I have to have a future for all of your current investments in Axway and be able to share with you where we're going to take you and to start adding value to what you have and show you innovation, which maybe we've been lacking for the past couple of years. So that was the key first step I wanted to take to make sure we could be with you for the long term. Additionally, we were hearing from you to engage with you with a different model. So we started hearing over the past few years, we need to see some subscription offerings from you, some cloud deployment, hybrid deployments. You were thinking about what you were doing with our technology differently and asking us to engage with you in a different manner. So we've had to invest a lot around this area, and I'll share a couple of those investments later in my presentation. And finally, all of this takes a very customer-centric approach. So for us to have success as a company, for our offerings to be successful in the market, it is only when you, the customers, are successful. And we get that, and we've done a lot of investments. In Roland's presentation after mine, he'll share with you a lot of the investments we're making, but these aren't just short-term. These were what we did in 2018, and hopefully next year we'll come back and say what we did in 2019, what we're going to do in 2020. So we get this is a longer-term journey we're on, but we're looking at out 10, 15 years where we want to be as a company and how we want to continue to be working with you over that long period. So how did we get there? Well, you've seen us evolve if you've been with the Axway story for a long time. From back in 2006, we were a leader in the managed file transfer space, and we moved in 2008, adding a focus with B2B integrations and integration patterns. In 2012, 2013, we started getting into the APIs and trying to meet that market need of where the integration patterns were going, and also adding out and rounding out analytics in that space as well. And then we've gotten a more cloud focus with Accelerator, Simplicity in 2016, 2017. All of these were strong products for their space, but we did not have a good story, and we did not have the good technology. Linking those together, showing you how there's additional value that can be gained from the whole portfolio. Many of you have been on this journey with us. Some of you have been back in our days of managed file transfer and B2B at our start, or joined us when we brought into the fold API, or more recently. But it is key for us to take the assets we have in our portfolio and to give a vision for the future. And so that vision, again, is addressing the hybrid integration platform market, which we're calling AMPLIFY. And so we're going to share a lot about this with you and what we could demonstrate and show, let you touch and play with in the exhibit halls. This is where we're going, and this is where we're taking all these individual assets. And I'll repeat, the beauty of what we're doing in the platform market is when I make an investment in managed file transfer to get it to the platform, I'm not only helping the individual managed file transfer asset, I'm also serving the platform needs. So we will be able to improve your usage of the product you own today, but also show you a path if you are going to build out a platform, how you get there, and how you can open up the product and use the data going through it far more effectively and efficiently. But I've always said, coming from the CFO world and not much of a technology person, what's the core of what we do? And so I've always felt we move and integrate data securely. That's at the heart of everything we do. And as long as we don't lose that focus as we're launching out the AMPLIFY platform, and we continue to focus on moving and integrating data securely for enterprises, not moving off our core base. It's you, the enterprise customers, that we're targeting, we have to serve. We have to do it securely, which is one of the key assets for Axway as a company. As long as we don't lose focus on our core missions, I think we'll have success as we continue to innovate and move into the platform space. But this is another view of the platform. Axway AMPLIFY is one platform, one experience, but it's going to serve multiple integration patterns. And I welcome you to really pay attention when Mark's on stage from Gartner. The presentation they do about the hybrid integration platform, obviously they're not going to use all of Axway product names and pitch my product as they're independent, but they do a fantastic job of opening your mind how to think about where the market's moving and taking the integration patterns at the heart of a hybrid integration platform and where the value add to you, the customer, to you and your walls will be. And so we're investing in our strategy. It's a very enterprise-based, B2B focused platform, but you could see here the assets that you've known Axway for, such as BI integration, MFT, API, content collaboration. Those already exist, but we've had to invest in those products, open them up, to containerize some of them, to make some additional investments so they're going to work better within the platform context. But all the new stars are the investments for 2018, and you're going to see those demonstrated in the exhibit hall. And I really welcome you to go over there and talk and engage and hear the different usage patterns because you could see the platform becoming real. So we've added application integration into the integration patterns, or iPaaS, more commonly known. And we're not losing our focus. Like I said, we're moving and integrating data securely. So we're not going to be a leader of iPaaS. iPaaS will serve our needs and our moving and integrating data. And so also we built out this foundation layer. So the AMPLIFY foundation is the core heart of building together a platform. It helps us orchestrate, govern, manage. It's like the glue that will hold all the different portfolio assets together. And so you'll get to see the different pieces such as unified catalog or choreography, orchestration. You'll get to see and experience those today. But these were all foundational investments that we had to make to have the platform experience be a good one. So we're happy to share those today, but this innovation is going to continue. It's not stopping. This was the first step. Now we have the 2019 objectives. As I said, the business model, we're hearing the feedback from you, is changing. So historically, we had been a license vendor selling perpetual license. And we had thought maybe 10 years ago that we'd move to a subscription cloud model quicker. But that's not what the feedback at that time was coming for our space back from our customers. So about 5 years ago, we started hearing back from you that now you wanted us to propose subscriptions, not only a perpetual license, but propose me a subscription pricing and offering. As well, you want to start having hybrid deployment models. And you were debating internally, should we put this in a cloud, should it be on-prem, et cetera. So we've had to invest internally, not only with our technologies to meet these demands, but our whole go-to-market approach. So we had to start developing pricing, packaging, how we want to look at addressing a subscription offering, and also a subscription offering that could be run in a hybrid deployment mode, which is a lot of things to invest in and to think through and start building out. We're going to launch some of those this week, and you're going to see those. But we also have a lot of work to do over 2019 to continue to drive into the ability to meet your demands. The nice thing about all we're doing, though, it's opening up new ways for our partners to engage with us. So they could join us and add value in different use cases around our core investments, or they could just join us in the deployment method or the go-to-market approach. So we've got a few partners here. I'll show those on the next slide. But you're going to see us partner in more and different ways, which is something that we haven't invested enough in the past. So as I said, in 2018, we made a lot of investments in our go-to-market approach based on your feedback. So the partners, you'll see the partners identified here on the screen. They're all outside, and you could go interact with them. But we've got several others that we're working with and trying to bring on board to round out and add value to all of you. We've invested in the technology to be able to meet you as you're requesting to be met in the go-to-market approach. And Roland's going to come up after me and share a lot of what we've done internally to be more customer-centric, but we've also had to look at adding new go-to-market approaches with the try-and-buy concepts, the marketplace, even meeting you in different ways, such as the community. So if you don't know, we have an Axway community now that you could join and participate in. So you're going to see this continual evolution and investment from us over 2019 as we go into 2020, but we've already done a lot that we could share with you here today. So it all comes back to where we're trying to go. So in 2018, I believe we've made significant investments to accelerate towards our goals. 2019, we're going to continue making this level of investment, and we're going to continue to accelerate and drive into our future. And we're going to do it together with you. So hopefully you're going to see a new pattern coming from us that as we're driving these elements forward, we're going to be looking for you to give us feedback. Are we in the right direction? Are we meeting your needs? Because it's only when we do this together will we both have success. Thank you all for coming.